Okay, today we are going to learn how to write a discussion essay. Right? We'll start the class with writing module. After that, we will do speaking module. And inshallah, tomorrow we will do reading and listening modules. Right? Discussion essay and opinion essay. These two essay types are the most important ones. So you need to pay some special attention to discussion essay as well as opinion essay. One more thing, I would like to request you all that you should develop a skill whenever you read the topic, immediately you understand this is opinion essay, this is discussion, this is problem solution. I mean, you should be 100% sure about it. Otherwise, what happens? Almost 80 to 90% students write their essays off the topic. Off the topic means if the topic is what are the advantages and disadvantages of watching television for children? Now, what's the topic? Benefits, drawbacks of watching TV for children. And they write very good essay. Television is a very good source of information and entertainment. TV channels are there and blah, 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 blah. They do not mention anything about children. That essay is considered off the topic. And if you write anything off the topic, you know what happens? That is out of the word count. They simply say, get out. Okay? So you should be careful. Two things. The first thing is type of essay you should understand. And the second thing is topic. Whenever we talk about topic, there is one thing we call it range of the topic. Now, for example, if the topic is watching TV, that's the topic. What is the range? Watching TV for children. So you should be very, very clear that this is the topic and this is the range of the topic, and then you write your essay on that very range. If you are out of the range, you are out of the word count. And then you say, I don't know what happened to me. I wrote 350 words. I gave international examples, but my band score is 5. So this is the reason. Okay, topic and type. And when it is topic, you must know the range of that very topic as well. Now, let's just talk about discussion essay. It's very simple to identify discussion essay because at the end of discussion essay, they simply write a sentence, discuss. The first type of discussion essay is they simply write discuss, or they write discuss both views and give your own opinion. The first thing is discuss, or they say discuss both views, or they say discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, by the way, what is the purpose of discussion? Remember, whenever they give you discussion essay, they will always give you two sides. For example, city life, village life. Okay, for example, studying in your own country, studying abroad. So whenever there is a discussion essay, they will always give you two sides, and then you got to discuss both sides. The purpose of discussion is to draw a conclusion. And what is conclusion? Which side is better than the other one? That is the conclusion that we get. So when they give you that essay type, discussion essay, they only say discuss. You must write 4 paragraphs. The first paragraph, introduction. In second paragraph, you will discuss first side. In third paragraph, you will discuss second side. And by the way, whenever you are doing this discussion essay, you will discuss both sides using third person plural. There is a common belief. People usually argue, right? A group of people strongly believe. You will not say, I think, I believe, my opinion and all that. Whenever you have a discussion essay, you will discuss both sides using third person plural. In essay writing, never use third person singular, he or she. You should use the word they, people, majority, large number of people, societies, communities, right? So you should use plural. Okay, so you will discuss both sides, and when you write conclusion, now what is conclusion? You should understand that. This is where students ask me a question, then don't you think this is opinion essay? When I teach them how to write conclusion of a discussion essay, they confuse it with opinion essay. Opinion essay is different. I'll teach you that also. Don't worry at all, okay? I mean, conclusion is the conclusion of discussion. Why are you writing essay? You discussed two things and now you're going to reach a conclusion. What is conclusion? According to you, which side has more weight than the other one, right? Or which is better than the other one? Studying in your own country is better or studying abroad is better? That's what you got to write in conclusion of a discussion essay. Is that clear? Now, listen, if they give you a topic, discuss both views and give your own opinion. You can give your opinion in conclusion, or otherwise, if you want, you can write a separate paragraph for opinion. When they write specifically, discuss both views and give your own opinion, then you can write one separate paragraph where you can start, in my opinion, and then whatever you agree with, because they have given you 2 points. So in my opinion, whatever you agree with, and then in conclusion, once again, you will restate both points, you will restate your opinion and finish your essay, right? Okay, whenever you write essay, I would like to tell you this thing, this is out of my experience. You should learn how to synthesize your sentences. We call it synthesis. What is synthesis? Joining two sentences together, joining two ideas together, minimum two. It can be 3 ideas together. You can join with the help of conjunction, with the help of comma, with the help of relative clause, relative pronoun. You can join ideas together. Examiner will give you very low bench score if you simply write a simple sentence that contains subject, verb, object. Your bench score will be very low, subject, verb, object. If you write, for example, children should watch TV, full stop. Television is a good source of information, full stop. Right? Instead of saying, hence TV is a good source of information, therefore children should spend some time in front of TV by getting permission from their parents. Now these type of sentences show that you know the language. These type of sentences show that you are capable of getting 7 band or even above, right? So just remember, synthesize your ideas. For that you can use conjunctions, you can use comma, and you can learn further how to synthesize. And by the way, this book is ideal. In this book we've got units. So for writing task 2, this book is fantastic. It will teach you all the grammar, sentences, sentence structure, each and everything. So you should just trust upon this book, okay? All right, now please come to page number 39. Yes, okay guys, page number 39, please. Dealing with discussion essay, and we have a topic here. On top of the page, if you come a little down, they have written some people think. Got it? Everyone got it? Some people think. All right. Some people think a crime should always have a fixed punishment, like life for murder, whereas, now whereas means the second side of discussion. In discussion essay, they use the word whereas, while, whilst, right? So whereas, others think you should take the circumstances of the crime into account. And then they have written, what is your viewpoint? This is wrong. Instead of this, they will write discuss both views, or they will write discuss both views and give your own opinion. Remember, in a discussion essay, they must use the word discuss. Very easy and simple to understand. There isn't any other option. Either they say discuss, or they say discuss both views, or they say discuss both views and give your own opinion. Clear? This cannot be the opinion essay, let me tell you. In opinion essay, there is only one statement. We don't have whereas, whilst, and all that. There is only one statement. Okay, now, the first thing which you guys must do, that is what we call interpret the topic. And you will interpret. Have you ever heard about interpreter? Interpreters are translators, right? One is speaking English. How are you? Aapka kya haal hai? Main theek hu. He is fine. Or he says, I'm fine. So interpret means to translate the topic into your native language. Whether it is Punjabi, kenda ki hai, or Urdu, kya keh raha hai, or whatever. So you should interpret the topic. Now let's see. And you can even interpret the topic in English. Some people think. So this is the thought of a group of people. Some people think a crime should always have a fixed punishment. All right, crime means theft. Crime means robbery. Crime means murder. So fixed punishment means for robbery, this is the punishment. For theft, this is the punishment. I mean, all the things are decided. That is what we call fixed punishment. Like life for murder. Whereas others think, others mean other people. Some people, one group of people. Others think means other people. Think you should take the circumstances of the crime into account. Okay, if someone has committed a murder in self-defense, so these are the circumstances of the crime which should be taken into account. If someone has committed a theft of food because that person was dying of hunger, so these are the circumstances which we need to consider. Do you understand? What am I doing? I am interpreting the topic, and you can spend solid 5 minutes on that. Don't just say, okay, what is the topic? Crime. Okay, and then you start, a crime is this, crime is that, latest survey says this, according to New York report and blah, 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 and then you say, wow, I wrote 400 words on crime, but that's not the topic. Okay, so this is how you can interpret, and don't just interpret it once. You can do it twice, thrice, so that you are sure. Because if you write off the topic, just remember, get out. Get out means all those words will not be there. Okay, when you write off the topic, then they don't see your grammatical range, they don't see your lexical resource, they don't see coherence and cohesion, they give you very, very low band score. Right? So please be careful with that. Okay, is that clear so far, so good? Now we'll be moving on. There is another topic over here on the same book, same page number. Some people view, got it? Some people view teenage conflict with their parents as a necessary part of growing up. Now let's interpret it. Some people, a group of people, view, think. Teenage conflict. Teenage, what is teenage? 13 to 19. 18, 19 I think. Yeah? 13 to 19, that is teenage. So teenage conflict means teenagers, when they have arguments with their parents, that is what we call teenage conflict. And it can be on anything. It can be about freedom. It can be about coming back home late and all that. So teenage conflict with their parents means youngsters, those who fight with their parents or they argue with their parents, is a necessary part of growing up. Means that's okay, no problem. That's the necessary part of growing up. Teenagers argue with their parents, there is nothing bad in it. You interpret it like that. Okay, now after this, whilst others see it as something negative which should be avoided. Now see it. It means teenage conflict with their parents as negative, that it's bad. Teenagers should not argue with their parents. Teenagers should not fight with their parents, right? Others see it as something negative which should be avoided. Discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now what is first view? You are clear, teenage conflict with their parents, and let me tell you the tone, you will use third person plural. Why? Because they said some people, right? They did not say I, you, we, they said some people. So you will follow this tone and you will write. Okay, now there is another thing. Whenever you write an essay, there are 4 criteria. Number 1, task response. So up till now, what we were doing, interpreting the topic, understanding the type of the essay, that is to get good task response. Task response means type of the essay and understanding of the topic. Okay, that's what they call task response, and you've written 250 words and all that. Okay, now we are going to discuss grammatical range and accuracy. Second criteria. Very, very important. Grammatical range and accuracy, they will check the sentences that you write grammatically. They will check your spelling. They will check your punctuation. Each and everything they are going to check. Okay, so spelling, punctuation, accuracy means it should be accurate by all means. So for grammatical range, I would advise you not to use one structure again and again. Sometimes, you know, you've got some pet words. If you're using the structure like should, and then everywhere you put should. They should do this, they should do that, they should. Do not repeat the same structures time and again. Do not repeat ideas again and again. Don't move around in circles. Okay, you should use a variety of words. And by the way, for that variety, I have already shared a handout with you where you will find vocabulary. There are two types of vocabulary. Whenever you write essay, we've got two types of vocabulary. One is vocabulary which is used to bind the essay. Bind means essay ko band ke rakhna hai. So vocabulary that is used to bind the essay. There is a list of words. I've shared the handout with you in the group. That will teach you in first paragraph, you can use these sentences. In second paragraph, you can use these sentences. If you want to give an example, you can use this. If you want to explain your idea, you can use this. So that is the vocabulary, which is what we call neutral vocabulary. You can use it in any discussion essay. You can use it in any opinion essay. So the first thing is you need to master that vocabulary so that your essay looks like an essay. Right? Second, topic related vocabulary. Now you don't know what the topic is going to be. Let me tell you, you will never get good bench score if you think you will use difficult words, unusual words, flowery words, like very long words. Yeah, you'll never get any good bench score on that. Examiners are very clever. If you use a word, they see what's the function of the word. Is that word appropriate in this function in this sentence or not? And then sometimes you know 4 or 5 words and you want to put them there. It's just like that. Guests come to your house and you have some old cookies. Ki inko khilane hi khilane. Okay, whatever happens, and you try to put those words because somebody told you if you use the word plethora of this and that, you will get good bench score. Examiners are very well aware of all these words. That's why when you use the words and sentences like that, I was just reading a book of IELTS examiner, and she said many students are struggling very, very, very hard to get low band in reading. Struggling hard to get low band in reading, right? That's why they say without preparation I got 6 band. With preparation I got 5.5. What happened? Preparation in the wrong direction. So what is vocabulary now? The first thing is synonyms. Just keep that in mind. I'll share a book of synonyms with you in the group. If I forget, just remind me. Number 2, collocations. Very, very important, extremely important. You are not the native speakers of English, right? You are the non-native speakers. When you make sentences in English and you translate them from your native language into English, you always break the legs of the language. That is why it's a good idea to learn collocations. Now, what's a collocation? If the word is this, in how many different ways this word can be used, we call it a collocation. I have a book of synonyms, which I'll share with you. I have a book of collocations with me. In that, for example, if it is say, commit a crime. Now, commit a crime is a collocation. So with commit, they can write commit a crime, commit a murder, commit a this, commit a that. So with commit, you can learn 5 to 7 different collocations, right? So collocations for good bench score and synonyms. And those synonyms can be of simple words. Now, for example, they have used the word teenagers. For teenagers, you can use the word youngsters. For teenagers, you can use the word young minds. For teenagers, you can use the word youth. For teenagers, you can use, this is what they want to see. But if you write a very good essay, everywhere, teenagers are this, teenagers are that. Teenagers should not do this. Teenagers, they want to see, this is the topic, how many words you know about that topic. What is the range of your lexis, or what is the range of your vocabulary on this very topic? So try to use a variety of words which are related to the topic. Relevance is the key. Relevance is most important thing, okay? And then synonyms means a variety of words. Again, you can see in this topic we have another word, fixed punishment. For punishment, you can use the word punishment, penalty, sentence, right? Sentence someone. So it's just like these words. Then you can see what are the other words. For each word, if they use the word criminal, for criminal, you can define it further. You can write like thief, murderer, rapist, this and that and all that, okay? So you can always expand and you can come up with a variety of words. Use those words, you will get good band score. Last criteria for IELTS examiner, that is what we call coherence and cohesion. They don't want you to write 10 sentences on my house. I have a house. It is very beautiful. There are 5 rooms in my house. I live with my family. Is there any connection? No connection. Coherence and cohesion has 2 meanings. The first meaning is you guide the reader. Whoever reads your essay, and by the way, who is the reader of your essay? Examiner, obviously. So, coherence and cohesion means you guide the reader. How to guide the reader? Every sentence that you write in your essay, you must tell what it is. Now, if I write a sentence, for example, what am I telling the reader? This is my example. If I write a sentence, first of all, what am I doing? I'm telling the reader, this is my first point. On the contrary, what am I doing? I'm telling the reader, now I'm giving the contrast. Finally, I'm telling the reader that this is my last point. So this guideline to the reader is what we call good coherence and cohesion. All right, guys. So we are here on page number 39, bottom of page, and we are going to see how to write first paragraph, introduction. ये वाला paragraph है जो मैं पढ़ने जा रहा हूँ. There is no doubt that the teenage years can be difficult for both the youngsters and their parents. अब topic क्या है? Teenage conflict. So the first sentence in introduction, always remember, whenever you write the introduction of any essay, the first sentence is a general sentence about the topic. General sentence, right? So this is that general sentence. During this period, now when you say during this period, you are linking this sentence with the previous sentence. When you said teenage years, so when you say during this period means teenage years. This is how you connect your ideas. So the second sentence is add another sentence to support the first one. During this period, many young people argue with their parents about their education, relationships, and control. So 2 sentences. Number 1, general sentence about the topic. Number 2, add another sentence to support the first one. So you should write 2 sentences like this. Now third sentence of the essay, we call it paraphrasing the topic. Paraphrasing the topic means reword the topic. That shows the examiner that you have understood the topic. Let's take a look. Third sentence is, some say this is an important part of growing up. Now what does that mean? Teenage conflict with their parents as a necessary part of growing up. So some say this is an important part of growing up, comma, while others argue it causes more harm than good. It causes more harm than good means actually it is something negative which should be avoided. So this is how you reword all this thing. Next, this is what we call thesis sentence, or we call it plan of your essay. In this essay, I will look at both sides of the argument and give my opinion, because the topic is discuss both views and give your own opinion. Even if they say discuss both views, still you have to give your opinion. Then you will give your opinion in conclusion. But if they say discuss both views and give your own opinion, then you should write a separate paragraph. So first of all, when you start the body paragraphs, first you will discuss the point teenage conflict with their parents as a necessary part. You can give examples when they come up to this age, there are some physical changes, blah, 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 and all that. You can describe that paragraph. Whenever you're describing the paragraph, first of all, you're going to present the main argument. Number two, you will expand that main argument in one sentence. Number three, you will give a relevant example. And number four, you will conclude that point in a sentence. So these four things are important. It's just not that you are writing only sentences. Teenage conflict is this, teenage conflict is that, teenage conflict is this, it is useful, it is this, it is that. You need to, remember one thing. If your essay is full of ideas without explanation, then you will be getting low bench score. For that also, there was a page I was reading here. If I find it, yes, bench score 6. I'm telling you, this is the description of bench score 6. This is a wonderful book on IELTS writing, the key to IELTS success. Okay, so there they say, addresses all parts of the task, although some parts may be more fully covered than others. You explain one part too much and you don't explain other part too much. So if you just pick up one point, isi ko khinch do. 250 words, all right, let's just start with this, speed 120 per hour, right? So there, this is the description for bench score 6. Addresses all parts of the task, although some parts may be more fully covered than others. Now, for example, in first body paragraph, you cover the point very well. In second body paragraph, you don't cover it that well. So, it's just bench score 6. Now, listen for bench score 7. Addresses all parts of the task. The first descriptor. This is the criteria for bench score 7. And this is task response, by the way. Task response, okay? Next, they say, presents a clear position throughout the response. Now, what is that clear position? You are writing opinion essay and you are just like this. Sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree. Kuch hota hai. Sometimes happiness, sometimes sadness. So if you do not present clear position, especially when you are writing opinion essay, when you are writing how far do you agree or disagree, you say I agree, but I also disagree. Okay, so there must be clear position. That is for bench score 7. Presents, extends, and supports. Now please remember, present, extend, and support. Present, you present the idea. Okay, extend, you expand on that idea. By this I mean, very important point for bench score 7. Present an idea, extend an idea, and then the final thing is actually you've got to support that idea. In order to support the idea, we use example. And not only example, you can support the idea with an argument. You can write a sentence that supports your idea, or you can write an example to support your idea. So in your body paragraph, you must present these three things very clearly. Present an idea, extend, and then support the main idea. And there may be a tendency to overgeneralizing and all that stuff. Anyways, this is for bench score 7. Is that all clear? Okay, opinion, discussion essay, you can write 4 paragraphs if it is discuss both views. You can write 5 paragraphs if it is discuss both views and give your own opinion. Now, what we are going to do, in this book, we've got some more pages on discussion essay. Along with this book, I have already shared a book with you that is called IELTS Journal. Journal. That is in the group IELTS Journal Writing Task 2. There you will find several discussion essays. So you can just read. And again, I tell you, please, whenever you read, as I gave this example before, whenever somebody goes for matching, they just go and see, munde da kad kinna hai, Munde di naukri ki hai. What does the boy do? What is his employment? Like house, is their own house or a rented house or this and that, and how many siblings they have. In the same way, examiner has 4 criteria. So whenever you read any sample answer, observe task response. Observe grammatical range and accuracy. Observe lexical resource. Observe coherence and cohesion. And when you write, now look at that. Yes. Grammatical range and accuracy, I have synthesized the ideas. Then see, lexical resource. Yes, I have used teenager, youth, blah, 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 these words. For crime, I've used these words. So this is, and you can do another thing. You can practice it like this. Just pick up one topic for IELTS writing. For example, if the topic is, some people think crime should always have a fixed punishment. Now write the word crime, write the word fixed, write the word punishment. Like life for murder, whereas others think you should take the circumstances of the crime into account, circumstances. And then just start thinking for circumstances, what are the other words? And by the way, you're not supposed to find exact word. You can paraphrase it also. For example, in this condition, in this situation, for circumstances, I mean, I can use the word glass, or I can say a container which is commonly used to drink liquids. What is that? Glass, right? So, if you don't find appropriate word, then you can just learn how to paraphrase that very thing. So this is what you need to do, and you got to practice like this. Then you can learn phrases for coherence and cohesion, and then, I mean, you'll be able to get 7 band or even above, but it needs a lot of practice. Easier said than done. I'm preaching you and you say, oh yeah, mera to 7 aa hi gaya. It's not like this. It's not like this. Now when you go back, you read, and remember one thing, good readers are the good writers. Okay, whatever you want to write, read. If you want to write novels, read novels. If you want to write articles in the newspaper, read articles. If you want to write essays, read essays, but don't read like a duffer. Sorry to say. How are you reading like a duffer? Essay. Okay, I'm reading. When you read, 4 things are in your mind. Say, okay, he has used this word as a synonym for that. He has used this collocation here. He has used this grammatical structure here, right? He has used this thing for coherence and cohesion. Once you keep an eye on 4 things, your subconscious mind, that is the best teacher, will perceive all these ideas. And after reading, say, 50 essays, when you will write your first essay, your subconscious mind will give you the message that, okay, now you write this, now you write like this, okay? So good readers are the good writers. Whatever you want to write, just read that, that will help you, and then you will be able to achieve good bench score. Again, I tell you, task response is very, very important. Understanding the topic is very, very important, and then there are the other things, right? Okay, yes, please.